Midjourney, AI art. If you're not quite sure what Midjourney is, by the end of this video, you'll have a basic understanding of AI art and Midjourney specifically. In addition to that, you'll be able to unleash your creative skills and generate your own amazing AI art. Now, if you're wondering, why am I talking about Midjourney and AI? What happened to crypto? Guys, I'm still incredibly passionate about crypto. This was just someone in the comments of my previous video requesting a Midjourney video. And because I was working with Midjourney and testing it out, I thought that I'll do something that I enjoy and just share a video on Midjourney. We're going to be looking at the practical use cases for Midjourney. We're also going to be having a discussion on where Midjourney falls short and where it falls horribly short, because there are some cases. Let's get straight into it. Good morning, everybody. Now, if you take a look at this art that I've created here, this thumbnail, this entire thing was created with AI art. So I actually went and just generated this from word prompts, used a little bit of Photoshop to get it in, but this is the type of amazing art that you can create without being artistic. AI now takes over that creative role and can make really amazing stuff. In a little bit, we're going to actually go and create an art piece in AI or an illustration, whatever you want to call it, with Midjourney, so that you can understand how it works and you can start using this in your day-to-day life and get an understanding of AI. Now, if we go to the Midjourney website, it doesn't look like much, and the interface of Midjourney is, to say the least, a little bit weird, because it's not a website. You actually go into it through Discord. So if you had to click sign in here, you would be able to go on and it will open Discord. Now, once you're in Discord, you'd be in the Midjourney Discord. You're in a community where hundreds of people are just creating art, creating lots and lots of art. You can see their art, you can read the prompts that they're using to create the art, and you can get an idea of how it works. Now, before we go into that, I've created a personal server, which was super easy. It's just so that you don't have to scroll through the feed of the Midjourney. The way I did that was simply go and create my own Discord server and invite the Journey bot into it. We'll get into some of the syntax, and as I said, we'll create something in a second. But just before we do that, let's get a general gist of what is happening here. So we've got AI that understands words and generates pictures from those words. That's basically what Midjourney is. And it creates amazing pictures. It has a certain style and it creates the pictures in that style. But it's not limited to that. It's basically limited to your imagination. So if you don't want the Midjourney style, you could say, create me an image of a beautiful sunset in a Van Gogh style. And it would create it in the painted style of Van Gogh. Or you could use just about any of the artists that you could think of. Or if you don't want to use an artist, you could say in an abstract style. And it will then just simply generate a picture. So let's do that, and let's have a quick look at the syntax that you would use. So just to cover the steps again, go on to midjourney.com. I will leave a link in the description below. Click sign in. It will open Discord. You will have to have a Discord account before you do this. Once you're into Discord, you can just simply start typing and creating your images. A couple of things: you get 25 image generations for free. After that, you have to go onto a plan and actually pay for them. It starts from as little as $8 a month if you take the annual subscription, or $10 a month if you just want to take a 1-month subscription. Now let's look at the syntax. So you would type /imagine, and then it will also come up with a prompt. So you can type absolutely anything that you could imagine. So some of the things that I've typed through is like sort of Bitcoin portal. Now let's see what that will. Oh, I spelled it wrong. And you just simply push enter. So remember that /imagine, get the prompt and type Bitcoin portal. It'll take a little bit and it will generate that image. We'll come to that in a second. Let's have a look at some of the art that I have created. If we look here, so something like that, a Bitcoin header. if you are a creator, a YouTube person, social media person, you can create a lot of really useful things. And this is where we talk about some of the things that Midjourney is very useful for. I mean, that would work really well on a social media post. It's Bitcoin with the chart in the background going up. As you can see, this is the wording that I used to generate this. Bitcoin with the chart in the background going up. Very simple, very basic, only getting the basics of this amazing technology. And it produced a couple of variations. Midjourney produces 4 variations, and you can go, I like this one, upscale it, or create other variations of that. But that's not all. Look at some of these amazing creations. Now, some people might love that, consider that art. Some people might just consider it freaky. But that is a type of piece that you could quite easily print out and hang somewhere, as a decorative piece. If you make cartoons or comic books, you can use Midjourney to get cartoon stuff going like this. A simple prompt, Bitcoin comic character. And these are the characters that I get. I could produce this over and over again until I found one that I really liked. I don't really like any of these, but if I just produced it a second time, a third time, I could then say, oh, there's a character that I like, and hone in on that character and get it perfect. Fantasy stuff, it does very well. I mean, look here, I typed in cute mushroom house fantasy. And as you can see, this is the type of art that Midjourney generates. Also, treehouse. Look at that. Here I typed treehouse with a boy and a cat fantasy. And as you can see, it really is quite a creation. Now let's have a look at some of the shortcomings of this AI, because really it can do some crazy things. First of all, it can absolutely not spell. It cannot spell anything. So here I typed Krugerrand silver, and we got nothing that looks like a Krugerrand. As you can see about the spelling, nothing looks realistic. Nothing looks like it. It just mixes random letters together. I think that in future it will start to be able to spell and use words in a more intuitive way. But have a look at this image. I mean, this is absolutely crazy. I don't know what this is. First of all, it's wearing a suit. Second of all, it's got some beard. It's got what seems to be human ears, and then it's got horns going out here, and it seems to have a second head. So that is a totally fictional character. A character like that, or creature, or beast, or whatever you want to call it, doesn't exist. And that is being generated from a simple prompt of Krugerrand silver. Okay, that looks pretty good. That is a lion. This looks like a buck, pretty decent rendering. It's only got 3 legs, but look at the creature below it. I mean, the AI's totally missed it here. I mean, I don't even know what to say about that. That is not in any way, shape, or form a buck or anything. So, yeah, pretty decent. Also, the spelling, really entertaining. It doesn't have a clue, but it obviously has some idea of what a silver coin looks like. It's got animals on it, it's got creatures on it, it's got some writing, it's got perforated edges. So it creates something, not something that we would recognize. Let's go back to see what we have created in Midjourney. So I typed Bitcoin portal, and with such little effort, I've managed to create this. Now, as you can see, some of these are really stunning. I mean, that image is like really, in my opinion, sort of got some Roman Greek ideas, and I've created this on the fly while doing this video. That looks like a general portal, no reference to Bitcoin. That looks pretty impressive, but the creativity that is coming out of this AI is really very, very impressive. Now, just to give you an example, if I liked, for example, this one, it would be 1, 2, 3, and I could say I would like some variations of number 3. I'll click that, and it will create variations of that specific image. It'll take a little bit of time, and it'll generate it. As it renders, it doesn't look very impressive, but once the picture is done, and we'll let it develop right now while I'm talking, it really can be absolutely amazing. So AI, whether it is GPT Chat, Midjourney, or a lot of the other AI programs that seem to be popping up every other day, are absolute game changers. If we want to say that crypto has changed the very fabric of the financial world and has the potential to decentralize and take the power of finances away from government and corrupt leadership, we can say that AI is going to do something similar to capitalism. Now, just bear me out here, but capitalism as we know it and work as we know it is going to be replaced to a certain extent by AI. But we are very, very early, and trying to form ideas of what is going to happen right now might be premature. But we already know artists are under threat, copywriters are under threat. Just about anything that you can imagine, translators, Google searches. AI has the ability to do a lot of work that we normally would have to spend hours and hours doing it. Content creation, articles, comics, stories, novels. The list is endless. Let's have a closer look at what this has generated. So as you can see, I've honed in here a bit and building more out on that idea of Bitcoin portal. It's given me different variations. And some of these images are really absolutely amazing. Some of them just make no sense at all. But you could also pull aspects of this image out. So guys, Midjourney has a lot of things going for it. It is taking the world by storm. It is trending. A lot of people are using it. Creators are going, oh wow, I'm able to get inspiration from an AI generated art platform like Midjourney. It is really changing the way that we think about art, the way that we think about creativity, the way that we think about graphics. Another thing that is sort of very interesting to me is that if you wanted to use good graphics on your thumbnails or anything that you're doing creativity, like a graphic like this quality, this detail, and this sort of creative type of graphic, whenever you take that graphic, you have to make sure that there's no copyright on that graphic, and you don't want someone coming and saying, hey, you stole my work. Now with AI generated content, no one is coming. In fact, we are probably the only people that have seen this exact image. Because it was created by AI, it is absolutely unique, and I can use it without any fear that I am infringing on anyone's copyright. So from that perspective, certainly an absolute game changer. But the creativity aspect of this and what you can do with AI is absolutely amazing. I mean, it took me a couple of minutes just to make this sort of graphic, this thumbnail, just to give you some idea of how powerful this Midjourney is. So Midjourney, I'm going to just go over 3 quick commands so that you guys have the ability to sort of use this Midjourney program. The first and most important one when getting started is /imagine. Hit enter. When a prompt comes up, type your words. As easy as that. The second one is settings, /settings. This will help you to change versions and do a lot of things. So as you can see, we've got Midjourney version 1, 2, 3. We're already on 4, but you can do a whole bunch of things here. And then last of all, /info. That will tell you how many credits you got left. Sorry, talking and typing. How many credits you've got left on your free account, and it will start with 25. And then, as I said, you'd have to go and pay for it. As you can see, I've got 163 minutes left. It also measures in minutes. Guys, I hope I've given you some insight into Midjourney and how you can become incredibly creative, even if you're not an artist, through this AI art generated platform. I've given you some idea how to use it in Discord, and I would encourage everyone to just get started with it, play around with it, and you will see some amazing creations coming out. Guys, I'd ask you to hit that thumbs up if you found any value in this video. Also, I'll be making some really good crypto videos in the near future, so stay tuned and make sure you subscribe to my channel. That's it from me. I'm out.